For me, my role kind of like a 180 change from freshman year and sophomore year to this year. I kind of stepped into a starting position and a starting role as an X receiver. And I got a lot of new responsibilities, taking on new leadership roles and stuff like that. But for me, the biggest thing was just being prepared for that. And the off season, took that very seriously, and just doing what I can to make sure I can maximize any opportunities. Each summer, even my first summer here as a freshman, me and Kyle would come out here and throw with each other routes that we had in the playbook at the time. For the past 3 years, we had a different offensive coordinator, so we've been running like different plays the whole time. But we come out here and run routes and watch film and just talk about what we're gonna do for the season. But this year, especially going into this season, we spent a lot of time together talking about what we're gonna do, throwing the ball, what routes, like watching film and what to do here, what to do there based on the defense, stuff like that. Just spending a lot more time together this summer than we have in the past. Yeah, well, at Lake Forest Academy, where I went to high school, 30 minutes north of Chicago, basketball was my main sport. After football practice, I would go in the gym and do basketball stuff because I thought I was going to play college basketball. But over time, I would get calls from D3 schools and D2 schools, and it was fine. But me and Coach B, my high school coach, Coach Bowkett, we sat down and he kind of sent emails to everybody in the CAA towards the end of my senior year. And a couple of CAA schools, Richmond obviously being one of them, UNH, a couple Patriot League schools reached out to me. And I thought that playing D1 football was a better opportunity than playing D2 or D3 basketball. So I am the best basketball player on the football team, no question, hands down.
Four-man rush for Sam Houston, low snap, but Lauletta's got it. Steps up in the pocket, throws long over the middle, and he's got a man. That's Dejon Brissett for a Spider touchdown. Lauletta put it right on Brissett's hands. He hauls it in for the Spider score.
Leading into that game, starting all the way to the beginning of camp, and even before that in the summer, I knew that had to be a big game. I prepared really well for that. I stayed focused mentally. But I was also really nervous. Like the first ball that Kyle threw to me, I dropped it. It was like a 5-yard in route and hit me right in the chest, dropped it. And I was kind of thinking to myself at that point, like, did I really do all this preparation to drop the ball, whatever. But I knew at the end of the day that I was confident in the work that I put in leading up to that game. And after I caught my first one, I was good. And it just kept rolling. Every ball that he threw to me, I was able to get to it. So I think leading up to that, my mentality kind of helped me out.
Getting into an area where they have excelled so far this season, into the red zone. Lauletta on 2nd and 8. For the end zone, it's a Spider touchdown. That is Dejon Brissett. The youngster makes the reception.
I would, freshman year and sophomore year, I'd be thinking like, man, I wish I was playing. There's guys in front of me who were doing great things, so I understood it from that aspect. From a team aspect, I understood there were guys in front of me who were doing good things and went on to do better things. But personally, thinking about myself, I was frustrated a little bit, but I knew I couldn't let those frustrations take over my attitude towards anybody out here in the practice field and stuff like that. But I was definitely frustrated a little bit, and I knew going into this season that I had to prove to myself, especially, that me thinking that I could have played those past 2 years was true, and I think that my performance this season will kind of validate that if I do what I'm supposed to do.